Welcome to eHealth Radio. I'm Linda DeWitt. Our topic today is a new program that's come to Indianapolis to help student athletes stay safe. It's called Athlete Saving Athletes, a program founded in San Diego. Community Health Network is partnering with this program to educate Central Indiana student athletes. Our guest on the program is DeAnne Green, Sports Medicine Manager for Community Sports Medicine. Welcome.
Thank you.
I want to talk to you about the program. Explain the essence of Athletes Saving Athletes. What is that program and what does it aim to accomplish? What's the goal?
It's largely an awareness campaign. Treating athletes is obviously an easy thing for medical professionals, but sometimes the athletes are the first people to see when their peers and friends are injured on the field, and having that awareness of what those injuries might be could be all the difference in somebody's health care.
So it's really the student athletes being the eyes on the field of whatever sport it is that they're playing to be able to recognize this.
To some degree, absolutely an extension of medical, and like I said, being aware and just helping the medical professionals and the coaches get to injured players in a timely manner.
So how does this work? How does the program work, and who gets to participate as far as the students go?
The curriculum is athletic trainer-led. They teach the information and awareness to ambassadors, and those athlete ambassadors are selected by school administration, typically your athletic director. They are selected based on their character, their leadership, and their interest in making sure that athletic health care is a target goal for them.
And I know that we have several participating schools in Central Indiana who will be a part of this training program. What are some of those?
We're really proud to have our school partnerships involved, and that includes Beech Grove, Decatur Central, Franklin Central, Greenwood High School, Lawrence Central, Lawrence North, New Palestine, and Warren Central High Schools.
And when we talk about, what should students be able to recognize on the field, and we talk about sports injuries, but we're also talking about chronic medical conditions that a student may have that another fellow student would be able to look out for. So talk about what are the types of sports injuries that we're focusing on for this, and then also the medical conditions.
Okay. The curriculum is basically wrapped around head and neck injuries, so that could be your cervical spine or your concussion, which is obviously has a lot of attention in the media today. Mm-hmm. Asthma, diabetes, heart conditions, those are the primary ones that we focus on raising awareness. And additionally, heat illness, which we obviously aren't subject to right now, but during the summer months, that's obviously a concern.
And the idea being that it would be helpful for the student to be able to spot what's wrong before somebody can get there. So it's really that quick intervention, right?
That's correct. When you have heart issues, when you have heat issues, obviously most medical professionals have come to recognize that the first 5 minutes can be, the difference between life and death. So that quick early intervention, as you talked about, is the key piece. And again, having athletes being the ones that engage your medical professionals can make a big difference.
So give us a couple of examples if you're looking at, for example, a concussion that a student may have playing sports, and what the student athlete would be trained to look for there before medical help would arrive quickly on the scene.
So football might be a prime example where you have athletes out on the field, somebody takes a hit, you have so much going on the sidelines as well as the field. Coaches might not see it, your athletic trainer might not see it, but oftentimes you'll have another football player that recognizes his friend or, training partner or his peer, his teammate. It looks a little bit funny. The athlete might not be totally in the moment, a little bit of altered state, not normal for himself. And often, your teammate will recognize that pretty quickly.
And then if you have a health condition, say it is diabetes or asthma, what might a symptom or a sign be that would alert a student athlete to trouble?
An empowered ambassador, the one that's undergone this training curriculum, would recognize that, again, an altered mental status, if they're aware of, what blood sugar and how that affects their mental capacity, changes in their drills. Maybe they're sluggish, maybe they're confused. A few different things might come to the forefront. Again, if the teammate that's been around training with this friend for, a couple years in football might recognize that pretty quickly and alert coaches or medical staff.
And the first training program coming to Indianapolis on March 8th, a lot of training happens there, things like AED training, and that is for the heart. So they're taught that. Is this interactive training?
Yes, we're doing the hands-only CPR, so it actually doesn't require certification like your medical providers usually undergo. But the hands-only, and we also teach people where the AEDs are located in their specific schools so that they might be that person that runs and grabs the AED and helps set it up while coaches or other people are doing compressions. So those are the key points for the AED training and the hands-on.
And the training is ongoing throughout schools. This will be a continual thing?
Yes. We hope to continue to grow it throughout Indianapolis. We're excited to be the first in the state of Indiana and outside of San Diego. So that's a big plus for us. And we also hoped, I know that the founder, Beth Mallon, her intention is to also put it in other states as well. So we're definitely being pioneers, and we definitely hope to continue that program, not only for our school partners, but hopefully opening it up to additional high schools.
And getting back to sports injuries, nationally we hear about them all the time, and we hear about them locally too. How prevalent are they in student athletes across the country, and what are we seeing right here in central Indiana that your team works with?
I think there's a lot more reported concussions. I think traditionally in the past people have tried to hide from it or not wanting to be taken out of play. Mm-hmm. So definitely seeing concussions or being more aware of that with the new state laws. But with sports, it's all across the gamut of injuries. Can be your simple scrapes and bruises, your ankle sprains, all the way to knee injuries that require surgeries. Fortunately, in our program, we haven't had life-threatening injuries occur, but we definitely have athletic trainers at each of our partner schools that are managing those injuries and therapeutic modalities and treatments and rehabilitation on a daily basis.
Well, it's good to spread the awareness about all of these things and really help the students learn what they can do to help their fellow athletes. DeAnne Green is Sports Medicine Manager for Community Sports Medicine. For more information about the Athletes Saving Athletes program, visit ecommunity.com/sports. You're listening to eHealth Radio at Community Health Network.